The woman had been missing for 11 days before anyone noticed the house was still keeping her schedule alive. Every night at exactly 2:13 a.m., the kitchen lights turned on. Seconds later, the thermostat adjusted itself, a jazz playlist activated in the bedroom, and the smart lock on the back door shifted into what the manufacturer called anticipatory entry mode, a routine designed to welcome someone home. The problem was that 34-year-old Evelyn Mercer had vanished without a trace. Investigators believe the townhouse had been empty since the night she disappeared. Yet the house behaved as if it expected her to return. Police officially opened the investigation on October 18, 2023, after Evelyn failed to appear for work in San Jose. Her SUV was still in the driveway. Her purse sat on the kitchen counter. Laundry remained in the dryer, and her laptop was open on the dining table. There were no signs of forced entry or violence. Friends described Evelyn as highly organized and deeply invested in smart home technology. Her townhouse contained more than 40 connected devices, including automated locks, climate systems, motion sensors, and cloud control cameras. In the weeks before she vanished, she reportedly complained that lights activated unexpectedly and devices reconnected after being disabled. She told one co-worker it felt like someone else was living inside the system. Nobody took the comment seriously until neighbors noticed the house activating itself every night at exactly 2:13 a.m. Detectives reviewed patrol footage and confirmed the timing was identical each night. Cyber forensic analysts pulled the home's cloud logs and discovered the commands were being executed through a hidden developer account embedded inside Evelyn's smart home ecosystem. The account had administrative access identical to her own and had existed for more than a year under an anonymous encrypted identity. Investigators realized someone may have been remotely monitoring Evelyn long before she disappeared. Most interior camera footage had been remotely deleted shortly after the disappearance, but one hallway camera recovered fragmented clips showing the nightly sequence activating while no one appeared inside the frame. Yet motion sensors still detected occupancy. Wi-Fi logs revealed an unidentified Android device briefly connected to the network each night at 2:13 a.m. from close physical range. Detectives eventually discovered a hidden wireless access point installed inside Evelyn's garage, extending the network into an alley behind the property. Buried behind a utility enclosure nearby, investigators found cigarette filters, energy drink cans, and a folding stool. Someone had been sitting there repeatedly, watching the house. The investigation soon focused on Daniel Hurst, a freelance network engineer and Evelyn's former boyfriend. During their relationship, Daniel had helped configure her smart home system. After the breakup, Evelyn complained he still seemed to know details about her routines and movements. Warrants revealed Daniel possessed archived screenshots of her smart home dashboard, camera thumbnails, and encrypted automation scripts tied to her property. Investigators also uncovered files labeled 213 sequence, documenting nightly activity inside the house. Analysts reconstructed the routine. Every night at 2:13 a.m., Daniel remotely triggered Evelyn's arrival settings, then connected locally through the hidden garage access point to monitor the home. Investigators believe the sequence began as a private ritual during their relationship, but evolved into obsessive digital stalking after the breakup. Phone records placed Daniel near Evelyn's neighborhood the night she disappeared. His phone entered airplane mode shortly before her own device disconnected permanently. Then analysts uncovered the final clue buried inside the thermostat logs. At 1:57 a.m., the garage temperature suddenly increased, indicating prolonged occupancy. At 2:11 a.m., the hidden account disabled the garage camera. 2 minutes later, the 2:13 a.m. sequence activated for the first time while Evelyn's phone was still inside the property radius. Investigators concluded Daniel used the automation routine as a distraction while confronting her inside the garage. Months later, authorities traced a storage unit rented through cryptocurrency payments linked to Daniel. Inside, they recovered Evelyn's phone smartwatch, exported smart home data, and a notebook documenting her routines in disturbing detail. Deleted security footage fragments eventually showed Daniel entering the garage shortly before Evelyn disappeared. Her remains were later recovered near a construction site outside Stockton. Prosecutors argued Daniel weaponized intimacy through technology, turning Evelyn's home into a surveillance system design around her behavior. In 2025, he was convicted of murder, unlawful surveillance, digital stalking, and network intrusion. During psychological evaluation, Daniel reportedly described the nightly automation as proof the system still worked. Not the technology, the relationship. Even after Evelyn vanished, the house continued obeying him. The lights still turned on. The music still played. And every night at exactly 2:13 a.m., the empty house behaved as if someone never wanted the routine to stop.